Every spring, my father takes an axe, goes into the garden, and shortens the branches of the apple trees. When he's finished, I feel like I'm in a horror movie with all those skinny trees around me. I always wondered, what are the trees going through? I mean, they feel the pain. They can't do anything about it. And most of all, they don't understand why it is happening to them. They live their lives one frame at a time, zooming in on each moment. Madam Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, did anything bad happen to you during your life? Have you ever felt like your branches had been cut off? Maybe by an accident, or by losing your job, or maybe by losing someone you love. I was 14 years old when my father first came to my school. He was there not because I skipped too many classes, but because my grandmother decided to skip the rest of her life. She died. Now, I wasn't that close to my grandmother, so I wasn't shocked by her death. What stunned me, though, were my mother's tears and screams and endless questions. Why me? Why her? Why now? Bad things happen in life, and we don't understand why they happened. We don't understand because we are zooming in too much on that painful moment, focusing at maximum on the injustice inflicted upon us by the universe. There's an Indian story that says that there once was a really unhappy man who started asking God, "Why, God? Why? Why do all these things happen to me? Why do I have such a horrible day?" And God responded, "Your bad day is just a part of my good plan." Where did my grandmother's death fit in God's good plan? Let's go back in time. I grew up in a CC family. That means that I learned from an early age what it takes to become a competent communicator from my parents' fights. They taught me how to get to the point when something bothers you. How to express your anger using vocal variety. How to use your body to deliver powerful messages that have an impact on your listener. And how to use props, the kitchen props, to enhance your message. Unfortunately, they didn't manage to motivate or inspire their audience. One evening, after listening to plenty of arguments, I went out to get the mail. I opened the mailbox, and there I found an envelope with an eagle seal on it. Shivers went down my spine, and my legs started to shake. I gave the letter to my father. "Dad, what is it?" His answer petrified me. "Son, there is something important I have to tell you. Your mommy wants a new daddy for you. Who do you want to choose?" Have you ever been asked a question that you just could not answer? A question that didn't have a right answer? I, the future public speaker, lost my words. I didn't know how to react, but someone else did. 5 months after my mother applied for divorce, my grandmother died. My mother was in pain. She needed someone to be there for her, to protect her and love her, and my father was the only available candidate. My grandmother's death brought my parents together. Did I realize that in that moment? No. I was too busy zooming in on my family's pain. 6 years later, I returned home after an amazing summer holiday spent in USA. My dad picked me up from the airport, and on our way home, he said, "Son, there is something important I have to tell you. Your mommy is pregnant." This time, my question left him speechless. "Are you the father?" In that moment, for the first time, I zoomed out on my life and looked at the big picture. And I realized that my grandmother's death not only brought my parents together, but now, thanks to her, I have a 6-year-old sister who is the princess of the family. My grandmother died so my family could live. I believe that good things happen to us because we have to realize that life is meant to be enjoyed. When good things happen, we don't ask ourselves why they happened. "Honey, why did we win the lottery?" "Mr. Vice President, why did I achieve a DTM award?" On the other hand, bad things happen because we have to change something in our lives. My friend, there is something important I have to tell you. Your mommy doesn't know what it is that you have to change in your life. You have to zoom out and look back a few days, a few weeks, maybe even a few years to find the real reason for the so-called tragedies. Sometimes all we have to do is to zoom out for 6 months, because in autumn, the trees that my father injured are now packed with fruits. The pain they went through didn't just make them majestic, but also made them messengers of happiness. Only if they could too zoom out and see the big picture. Madam Contest Chair.